Opened last month by the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, Level 39 is Europe's largest accelerator space for financial technology companies. Located in 1 Canada Square, Canary Wharf, Level 39 offers 29,000 square feet of space for startups to grow their companies. To find out more, I've spoken with the head of Level 39, Eric van der Kleij, and 2 companies who have made Level 39 their new home.
A fintech company is a technology business that has a solution that helps solve a problem, say, for either a bank or a capital markets type of company, or a technology company that has a solution or an innovation in things like payments, for example, or vouchering. And we fit them into 2 camps. One is enterprise fintech, which is solutions such as intelligence or solutions that help solve transparency questions and challenges the banks have. That's enterprise. And the other side is retail, which is something that a consumer might use, such as apps that are personal finance managers, that kind of thing. The level of inquiries we've had is kind of overwhelming, actually. And that really is good because it tells us that our original theory that London's birthright really should be fintech. We should be leading the world. Because the financial services sector is so strong in London, in the UK, we really should be leading the world in fintech. And all that was needed was the catalyst to help encourage that to take place by creating Level 39, which is now Europe's largest fintech accelerator space, mainly helping to make those connections between the fintech innovators and the companies that they want to sell to. The proximity and accessibility to the companies that they want to do business with, such as the banks and things, make it effortless for them to bump into. You see quite a few of the senior executives of the banks and the CIOs popping in their lunchtime to spend half an hour with a startup just to give them a bit of mentoring. Making those effortless connections take place is very much part of what Level 39 is about.
And you said the companies are going to stay here, but will they expand? And if they do, are you expecting them to move away, or could you give them more space elsewhere?
By creating Level 39 is to make it very accessible as a soft landing for very young companies to come to Canary Wharf, something that's not really been done before. So it does mean that we can now offer a proposition to, say, a 2-person business to come here, and then they could grow to a 20-person business within the estate, maybe a 200-person business, and then they might ask us to build them a headquarters for 2,000 or 5,000 people. Now, the important thing about our proposition is that we don't insist that they do any of that. We're just trying to create the optimal environment where they would want to grow, and then not punish them for growing. So, for example, at each stage of their growth, we'll just tear up the lease.
How much space do you have here? How many people can you cater for?
We have 29,000 square feet. We can accommodate 320 people at any time on the floor. We have about 70 desks for startups, and then a combination of offices and meeting rooms and very cool sandboxes. Well, the holes in the ceilings are interesting because what they tend to do is they say, we poke a few holes in the ceiling to have a look at what's under the hood. So when you arrive in Level 39, it tells you that this is a place that you can experiment. And the style that we've gone for is, well, we chose Gensler to help us with the design because they've done both Facebook and they've done banks. So we were able to say we want to be roughly in the middle there. So that's why it feels a little bit different when you come here. It is to make it acceptable and a very comfortable place to be to both the innovators as well as the banks.
Stage 2, you mentioned briefly about retail technology, and then stage 3 is smart cities.
That's right.
Something I know you're passionate about.
That's right.
Just talk us through how that will happen.
So the 3-phase strategy for Level 39 and Canary Wharf's broader tech proposition is focused around creating a strategy where it's about playing to our strengths. What do we have to offer innovators in that sector that's going to be interesting to them? It starts with fintech because of our proximity to the financial services companies. But retail tech, because we already have 3 very successful shopping malls here in Canary Wharf with 105,000 people a day coming into Canary Wharf. And also we're building the Crossrail station, which will have 4 floors of retail. So what we've decided to do is transform our retail shopping malls into a living laboratory for next generation retail technology companies to come and get their first pilot with us and experiment with us and learn what they need to learn in order to become very successful companies. And then finally, the future cities side of it. Well, Canary Wharf is the original smart city in London. It was built correctly with the right type of infrastructure. You never have to see us digging up the roads here because you walk underneath the roads in human-sized conduit and put in more connectivity. And we've got so much connectivity. And as we grow Canary Wharf into areas like Wood Wharf, we're going to use our procurement capacity and our management ability to bring maybe 100 new technologies in the built environment, smart city technologies, and maybe run competitions where they will actually get traction with us as we grow, either on our retrofit programs or our new build programs in Wood Wharf. The goal for Level 39 is to identify some of the really high growth, high potential startups that help solve many of the problems in the three sectors that I've mentioned: fintech, retail tech, and future cities tech. And if we are part of the process that identifies and helps accelerate those companies so that they become super growth businesses and then perhaps sell internationally, then Canary Wharf becomes even more well regarded for its technology proposition, so that even more technology companies come to London and see Canary Wharf as part of their growth strategy. That's our main challenge and goal, is to achieve that. London has so many sectors it can afford to be strong in, thematically strong. Then it's about each area playing to its strengths and actually knowing what those strengths are and directing entrepreneurs to the right resource that can help accelerate their growth.